upon your name. You keep my eyes above the rain. Hold on, y'all. When the oceans rise, this thing is it's doggone seat cushion. I am yours. You are mine. Whoa. Whoa. Matter of fact, while I'm doing all this, let me check, make sure everything is good. Let me know if how the sound quality is if you come on. Seat cushion. Oh, sound good. Yeah, I haven't I gotta get back on my streaming. I had a consistent run of streams at one point. When my grandsons came, that disrupted me a bit. And now we got a whole bunch of stuff going on as far as the business. We're trying to develop process, like we have a production like set up now where we're doing our seasoning and oil and everything. So we're doing that, man, and I've been busy with that. And then I think one of the best things I've been doing lately, I've been working on my truck, man. I've been having so much fun. Um, hey, what's going on, Donald McFarlane? What's up, brother? Sounds great, clear. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you. How you guys doing, man? Check in. Let me know where you hitting me up from. I always love to see the reach, like how far we're reaching. So we're real big in the southeast, but I like to see, man, where we're reaching. So check in, let me know where you're from. Check in. And we'll get in. We just gonna have a conversation today. Not so much a topic. I don't really never have topics when I jump on. I just flow, man. Just get on and flow. I've been getting in front of these cameras a long time, y'all. Tulsa, Tulsa, Tennessee. Samantha, where you from? Warner Robins. Donna, you from Warner Robins? Okay, you right up the road from me. Um, where you from? Samantha, you from Tennessee? Tennessee, a big place. Tulsa, man. Look, Ty. Every time I cut on the first 48, it's in Tulsa. And I don't even like it when it's in Tulsa. I really don't. I don't like it in Tulsa, man. But I felt bad when that detective John Brown passed away. I did, man. I felt like I knew, bro. Like for real. Back when I used to watch it. Hey, from Maryland, you love me and my family content. Bolivar, Tennessee. I've never heard of that. I used to be in Tennessee, y'all. Back roads, home, all in the backwoods, Tennessee. Been when I went to the incarcerated, they had me up there. So, Miami-Dade, what's up, Miami-Dade, Northwest Indiana. My son is in Indiana right now. He's in right by Bloomington. He's right by Bloomington. Little nice town up there, man. Little town right outside of Bloomington. Nice town, man. I like Bloomington. If you ever been to Bloomington, it's a cool town. Cleveland, Ohio. What's happening, Cleveland, Ohio? New York, you're in the city of the state. Oh, so you closer to Memphis. Yeah, I've never been on that end of Tennessee. Matter of fact, I did go to Memphis one time, but I never been in West Tennessee. I always was in East. The furthest west I've been is Nashville. It's that Murfreesboro up in that area up there, but never West Tennessee. Yeah, Detroit. I know. Y'all know my stories about Detroit, man. Detroit was my second home for a minute, man. Up in there about a whole year, man, living up there. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mineral, Virginia. Hey, what Mineral, Virginia? Our only place in Virginia I ever been is Virginia Beach. We went to Norfolk. When I was a kid. Um, oh, I'm lying. I've been in Springfield. I'm lying. When I was working, but if you ever been in the DMV area, it's like that's an area by itself. It's not like you in Virginia. You still in like DC, that little area that's right there, man. So if you ever been in that area right there, it's all the same pretty much. Like to me, anyway. Yeah. Um, what high school did I go to? So I didn't make it through McNair. I was supposed to go to McNair. I was in Decatur in Cap County on the east side of Atlanta. But I chose the streets, guys. Um, family reunion in Georgia as we speak. Where y'all at in Georgia, Lily? So I chose the streets, man. I started running the streets early, man. I was a little running wild child. My mom passed. Well, my mom didn't pass. When I say pass, it make it seems like she died from some disease. My mom was murdered. So I was just running the streets, man, and I chose the streets. I was excited about the streets. So I was supposed to go to McNair, but I didn't go. Woodford, Virginia in the house. Hey, what's happening, Woodford? What's up? What's up? What's up? Black Earl, what's happening, bro? On YouTube. Samantha, you love our videos. Very encouraging. Thank you for watching. We love y'all. Lily says she in ATL, man. That ain't Georgia. That's Atlanta. Believe me, that's Atlanta. So in Georgia, we got two different situations. And I want to tell everybody, you got Georgia and you have Atlanta. That's two different things, guys. I think people who've never been to Georgia confuse the entire Georgia with Atlanta. So Georgia is like the fifth, I think it's the fifth largest state in the nation. Like, it's a big old state, man. It really is. The thing about Georgia that is important is that you get the different climates. Like, you go to North Georgia, it's kind of like cool. Well, not cool, but it's cool, like in North Georgia. Then you get in Atlanta and you South Georgia, we baking down here. But yeah, don't confuse doggone Georgia with Atlanta. Fitzgerald in the house. What's going on, Cali? What's up? You don't know about no Fitzgerald. Yeah, Georgia is a state, Lee. I'm just saying Georgia and Atlanta is two different experiences. Yeah, Georgia is the state. Atlanta is like a state of its own because people travel to Georgia just for Atlanta. They never see Georgia. You get what I'm saying? So and also another portion of it is Atlanta is so Georgia is a red state. It's a red state, but Atlanta is blue. So inside of Atlanta, you're gonna get one experience, but you travel 2 hours outside of Atlanta, it's a completely different experience. That's what I'm saying about the Georgia and Atlanta thing. That's it. Yeah, city and state. Facts. Yep. You respect my wife, and I thank you so much. Kelly, you don't know name. Go on, Kelly, go on now. You don't know nothing about no fix. Go on. Man, but yeah, man, absolutely. Well, I know we bring some peaches and watermelon back. Absolutely. So they probably, I don't know if they bringing them up, especially if you got family members. So this the deal with most of us in Atlanta or most of us in Georgia. So we all got connection to Atlanta. Most of us all some kind of way, right? We all got connection to Atlanta. So if I was going to a family reunion, that's what I would do. I'll bring a whole bunch of stuff up from South Georgia with me. I might bring some peaches, some watermelons, whatever I can get my hands on. Right down here, that's normal. Because when you live in the country, in a rural area like I live, certain things just normal. It's normal, man. But when you get to the city, they not as normal. So that's what we try to do. So, like you said, you bring back y'all may have some people that's coming up from the South that's bringing it up there. You're traveling from Arlington, Texas to Atlanta. Okay, good deal. Memphis and Tennessee is the same as Atlanta and Georgia. Facts. You're right. Memphis, make it easy money. That's Memphis. And then you got Tennessee. I've lived in Tennessee. I stayed in Chattanooga, Nashville. You got East Tennessee. It's a whole different experience, man. But then you get to Memphis, then it's like, okay, this Memphis. This ain't Tennessee. This Memphis. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's all love. Thank you for joining us, Callie. Thank you for joining us. Y'all made me want goat. You want goat? Well, it depends on what you want to do with goats. I always share that information with people. What you trying to do with goats? That's the big thing you need to know. So, Tasha, what you doing in Atlanta? You traveling from Arlington to Atlanta? What y'all doing? Yes. Chi-Town in the house. What's going on? Chi-Town? Lanny say you love the content, man. Very encouraging from Stone Mountain Redan Road. Boy, what you know about Stone Mountain Redan Road? All day long, man. Where you live at over there, Stone Mountain Redan Road, man? Yeah, we stayed over there from Murphy, right up from Redan High School, right next to Hidden Hill. So when you come up the hill, like coming from the Kroger, South Harrison, and you coming up the hill, Redan High on the right side, then you keep going up Hidden Hills. The next subdivision is Murphy. We stayed back there like 15 years, man. I raised my kids over there. Wesley Chapel, man. Listen, I remember Wesley Chapel was a good place to be. For real, man. Wesley Chapel used to be a good place to be, man. I'm telling you, man. Southwest DeKalb, Wesley Chapel, Southwest DeKalb was a great school. Rainbow, all them area, them roads over there, Wesley Chapel, Rainbow, Snapfinger Woods, man, believe it or not, man, those were really nice communities. On down to Flakes Mill. You going down to Flakes Mill, on heading on up in Ellenwood, man. These were top shelf communities, man. I'm telling you. Um, let me catch you. Let me catch you. Cause you love to come and thank you. Is that all Lander, North Carolina? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Yeah, but Olander, Tina, what's happening? Tina Ferg. I like that name. Ferg. What's happening? Sasha. Sasha said, hey Larry, love you and showing love from Nashville, man. Nashville was a good place, man. I got some friends in Nashville right now. Jordan asked me, do you have any Bora does for sale? I absolutely have Bora does for sale. Let me know. I'm getting out of Boras. I'm switching more to Savannahs because I like the Savannahs. But if you want some Boras, man, I have them. I have some purebred Boras on the ground right now that's ready to go, $300 a piece. You buy multiple, I work something out with you. All right. Let's see, Minnesota. How is it in Minneapolis right now? Is the weather like? What's the temperature in Minnesota? Because we are hotter than July in Georgia down here. July in Georgia is brutal, like for real. So how is it in Minneapolis, man? Forest Park. What's up, Forest Park? What's up, man? You like my videos? My granddaddy Norman stay in Forest Park over there for Jonesboro Road. Yep. Dallas, Georgia. Absolutely. Is that Paulding County? Dallas is Paulding County, right? Yeah. I'm from the Silk, Jackson, Mississippi, everything you doing, your family doing. I did it in the country. All right, Carolyn. All right. Birmingham in the house. I've been down through there. I've been down through Birmingham a few times. Hello, Larry. Congratulations on your adventure and knowledge of wisdom. I have been watching you for 3 years. Thank you. That's some good stuff, Eric. Thank you. I hope you see growth. I hope in the 3 years you've been watching me, you are witnessing growth, right? I feel like I've grown. Tell me what you think. Yes, sir. That was my stomping grounds. Doggone. Hold on. What Travis said? I'm going back up, Travis. I'm trying to get your conversation. Oh, yeah, facts. I got you. Yo, Wesley Chapel, man, was dope, man, back in the day. It did, man. Right across from Murfield, Chapman Mill. We actually crossed paths before we did. Okay, yeah. I ripped and ran. Well, not ripped and ran. I lived there and I raised my kids up there. And when we sold our place back in 21, we was just kind of like a ship without a rudder, trying to figure out what to do. And I knew I wanted to get out of the city, and I knew I wanted to start. Well, I'm not gonna say start over, but I knew I wanted the new beginnings type deal. And when we moved here, it was a complete reset. But it took. I'm confident in it now. I can say I was ignorant about a lot of things in the beginning, but I'm confident in it now. So if you want to, anybody, not just you, Lanny, but anybody who want to make changes and you want to reset and you want to start over, or you want to make some, when you first start, it's going to be a little scary because you walking into the unknown. You don't know. And that's what stops so many people from trying anything new, for doing anything new, because when it's scary. It's scary, right? So, but trust me, if you could just hold on and hang in there for a little while, it gets greater later. It gets greater later, for real. Hey Larry, I know what you're saying. I'm from Washington, D.C., and every time I go back home, I have to bring some crabs because they don't taste the same here in Columbia, South Carolina. I feel you. I'm not a crustacean eater. I found out I'm allergic to them. Yeah, I found out that I'm allergic to doggone. It don't swell me up though. Like, but I get this sinus thing. I didn't know what my deal was for the longest. I got this sinus thing going on. I'm eating shrimp. I'm allergic to that stuff. Like cheese. I'm supposed to be eating that stuff. Walking around here, head hurting, don't know why my head hurt. Yeah. So I stopped eating that stuff. Family reunion in Atlanta, traveling home to Sarasota, Florida. Okay. That's the thing. My family don't really do reunions, man. And I maybe need to initiate that with all of us, and just kind of, I don't know, man. Family reunions, when I was growing up in the city, man, it just died, man. It did, man. We used to have these little family reunions, but they was like weird. When I hear some people having family reunions, like these really good family reunions, I'm kind of envious. Like, wow, y'all do that. Cause it's some people that really have great family reunions, man. Um, I've seen one year they had this one group of families had this family reunion, and I forget where they were, but this was like an event. like a real deal event, man. And if you're blessed enough to have it in your family, man, hey, hold on to that. Lily said, I live in the city. I can't have a goat, but watch y'all want one, especially the way Tuesday. Yeah, them goats something else. Get sheep. Yeah. Hey, lions. Hey, I like lions. I'm in Fitzgerald, Jordan. I'm in Fitzgerald. I like lions. I was down in Lions a year or so ago. I passed through all them areas, man. I'm lying, man. I was in Lions recently. I was passing through Lions recently. Yeah, I like Lions. Lions is a little it's a nice city, man. Look clean little place. Matter of fact, it's a lot of outsiders live in Lions. I went down there to buy something. Somebody had something on Marketplace, a tent, and I met this couple from like Pennsylvania down there. Real cool, man. They stayed in a really nice community, man. And they were telling me that there was a lot of outsiders. Yeah. But I'm in Fitzgerald, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, come through 90 plus. Absolutely. Oh, it's hot in Minnesota, man. In Minneapolis, it's 90 degrees. Wow. Wow. Um, Rising and Creative say, you remember that area used to stay in Decatur years ago? Yeah, yeah. Wesley Chopper used to be good, man. You know, they say Decatur where is greater. Um, Gresham Park was great. Like a lot of people, I went to Gresham Park Elementary back in the 80s. Gresham Park was a beautiful area to live in. Those families, them brick homes, ranch style homes, all that area, man, was nice, man. Truthfully, man, a lot of these areas that's turned to be bad in the line, like Glenwood and all that, they were nice at one point. They really were. Um, Eric asked me, do I wholesale meat for freezer? Well, I will sell you some meat. I'm not gonna say wholesale, I'll sell you a whole animal, you know, that type of thing. Um, but as far as wholesale, like I'm not, I got a price, you know. So the way I do it, Eric, is this, right? I sell you the whole goat. I sell you the goat. You take the goat home. I can get the goat butchered for you. You know, I got a friend of mine who will butcher and gut it from you and won't even chop it up for you. And he'll just charge you a set fee. And the reason why I go through him because he has an actual business. Like it's a business. Like I could take you in there. Well, he ain't gonna let you in the back, but he have employees, a business, they clean rooms, sanitary type stuff. So I'd rather go through him. That's what he do. But he'll just charge you one fee. His name David Kicklighter down there at Kicks Meat. So how I do it is I sell you a goat straight out for a price. Um, Take it down to David, let David like David butcher it for you, just bake it all into one fee, and then you just come down here and pick it up. Now, remember, it's just gonna be one whole goat. Now, if you wanted to cut into pieces, that's when it start getting a little pricey. But it ain't gonna be crazy, but that's when the price go up a little bit. All right, so that's what I do. Houston, Texas, what's happening? H Town. You say you gave me some information on first time landowner. I'm doing your research. Yeah, you should do your research. Everybody should do their research, right? Like, don't buy land on emotion. Never buy land on emotion because it's a actual you could get it, like I said, your dream could turn into a nightmare. I want to make sure we touch on that, man, because so many people are excited about it and you get it, and then next thing you know, it's not a good deal because the money you're gonna have to put into it to create to actually to create the vision that you have, it's gonna be astronomical. It's not even gonna be worth it. You get what I'm saying? You buy it, it's a beautiful place, but you got this vision of what you're trying to create. And you know, everything's fine and the potential is there. But then all of a sudden, you know, you didn't check the zoning. Now you gotta file some, you know, it's a lot, man. Like it's a lot. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot, especially when you're dealing with permits and yeah. So do your research. You know, people reach out to me all the time. I'm getting ready to buy some land. And I'm saying, like, if you already decided what land you gonna buy, like it's what you want to talk to me about. Like it's too late. Cause me personally, I would have been telling you on the front end to do all your due diligence. And hopefully some of these messages that I put out reach the right ears and you'll actually walk into a deal with some information. You'll know what questions to ask. You'll know that type of stuff. You need to know about perk. You need to know what the soil. You need to know how deep the well gonna be. You need to understand easement rights. Like how am I better to get to this property? Okay, on I can see it's a road, but do I have rights to that? Like that easement may transfer at the sale of the property. Right. So we need to understand all this stuff, especially for us who coming from city areas who haven't really been educated on this stuff. We haven't, man. You know, the city is very full of gatekeepers, man. Like you got so many people who don't want to share information with one another. And You know, and that allows people to get preyed on by institutions, by banks, you know, by other. So do your due diligence and research. Right now, this ain't no excuse. I'm telling you, man, it's so much that you could do by just researching on your own. But if you're gonna buy some land, you need to understand the rights, man. You need to understand who all rights convey. You need to understand if the easement rights, the water rights, the mineral rights, the timber rights. You need to understand that, like for real. Because if you don't, you'll be buying somebody else's problem that they punting off on you. Somebody said in the future, will y'all, Teresa, ever do a podcast together? We have. I mean, we got plenty of videos we've done together. When we used to stay in our apartment up in Buckhead, right? And we used to sit in that room. We had a guest room that we converted into just a studio. And her and I used to sit in there and just record videos all the time. And we do some time to time now. You know, we have two audience. We have an audience. She have an audience. I have an audience. I have people who want to talk to me about certain things, and people want to talk to her about certain things, and then we could come together and do it as well. But yeah, we do this stuff. You know, I got plenty of videos, and we can sit down and do a video tonight, right now, go live. Let me see what's going on. Brian said, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. You really got to hustle at what you do. Yeah, that's for anybody. I think we're in these times now, guys, where everybody gonna have to develop some type of hustle. And I'm not gonna say develop it, because so back in the 90s and 2000, early 2000, we were able to get lazy. We were able to get complacent because the houses were affordable. The jobs were paying okay. You know, they were paying decent. And you still can get stuff for cheap, you know, well, relatively cheap compared to now, right? These houses, these folks got to pay $250,000 for. We were paying 98,000 for them, you know, 20 years ago. But that's the nature of things, right? The dollar value sink. Now it takes more dollars to get stuff. It's inflation, right? But now the problem is the jobs. It's the jobs. Now we have we have a software program running that's taking jobs. And people don't want to go back to school. People don't want to go get trades. If there are any available in your community, I would look into the new Pell Grant standards if I was you, or anybody who's looking for any kind of new hustle or any kind of new career field. What they did was they passed these new standards in the Pell Grant that it will now pay for short-term education. Normally, for the Pell Grant, it had to be so long before the Pell Grant would kick in, or you know, it's a time frame. But now they've passed these temporary rules. I don't know if they're permanent or not, guys, but they'll pay for short term. So, like me go to school, like me, I don't pay for nothing. You hear me? And these schools love it because they getting money from the government. You know, facts like they don't, man. Yeah, come sign up like it was back in the day. So I would look into that. Yeah. Travis said he went to Southwest to Cab and all the Flakes Mills to Rainbow back to Columbia Drive. Used to be nice area, but it's went down since the 90s and early 2000s. They're trying to gentrify that area too. Yeah. That whole Counter Road, Wesley Chapel, that little corridor. You know what I'm talking about. It's a corridor. You know, it's all that Southwest DeKalb area over there. Candler, Flat Shoals. You cross over 285, going down to Flat Shoals, Flakes Mill, come back up Wesley Chapel, back up the Rainbow. That little area right there. You and I both know that was some high quality living at one point, right? But man, Rivers Road, Panthersville, all back out, even back over there. They still holding on a bit over there. But yeah, man, they done ran that area down, man. They have, man. They done ran that area down over there. I ain't gonna say it ain't the worst, but I remember living back off Flakes Mill back in the day. Like this was some, like they had a place called Platina Park back there. I used to live. And with this lady, man. This lady and her, she had took me in when I was a kid. I was going through this program called Youth Bill. Youth Bill was ran by this dude named Anthony McLaren. I'll never forget that. And we were in that program, and this lady named Marsha Finney. She allowed me to come stay with her. I was a little reckless little child at the time, man. 16, 15, I might have even been younger, going on 32, and just wild. And she allowed us to come stay out there. And she was staying in a nice community, man. Wish I could have took advantage of it, but I was too stupid to do that. But yeah, man. Let me see. I'm gonna keep going. I'm trying to go. This may be a dumb question, but the dumbest question is the question that I don't ask. I want to raise my own chicken like you, but I only stay in a duplex. But I have a small yard to myself. But my question is, can I raise them on my balcony? Absolutely. You can keep them in a coop if you want to. You know, you can get a small coop and keep them in a coop. But the question I ask is, you say I want to raise chicken, right? But what type of chicken? There's meat birds and there's egg layers. So you're telling me I want to raise birds to lay eggs, and it's just you, or it's you and you got 3 children, right? You don't really need nothing, but if you get 3 or 4 birds, you good. No rooster, and put them in a coop. But remember, they're gonna be tight. You know, I keep mine in my coop, but my coop pretty big too. But I've seen people keep them in small areas. You know, um, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like you could do it, but is it gonna be, you know, are they going to be able to excel in those conditions? I'm not really sure because I don't know how big your balcony is. You say you got a small yard. Can the coop go in the yard? You know, I don't know. So it can be done though. It definitely can be done. Chosen King, what's happening, my brother? Blessing, brothers, watching you from the United Kingdom. You'd be surprised. People all over the world deal with the same farm journey as people in the U.S. Lots of sheep here, though. I like he said, though, like lots. Yeah, I heard about the UK and their sheep. God bless and keep inspiring. Yeah, I heard a lot about the UK and their sheep. I like sheep, guys. I love sheep. I'm telling you, I'm a proponent of sheep over goats. And this is someone having goats and sheep. Now, you're gonna get people who 100% gonna tell you that they love goats. They listen. I have dibbled and dabbled. Pigs, cows, sheep, goats. By far the most easiest animal you ever gonna raise are between cows and sheep. Cows don't bother you. Like sheep don't bother you. They don't. Um, on my place, the best animals I've had to date has been the cows and sheep. I mean, for real, the pigs are so smart. They escape. Like people don't really understand how smart pigs are. Like pigs are intelligent. If you don't believe a pig is intelligent, um, hey, let's say so Jordan, yeah, Jordan, I got you, man. Hold on, I'm gonna send you right here. So I'm about to send you a message, Jordan. Give you my number. Just contact me, man. Let me finish up with the live though, and you just hit me up, and we'll go from there. And I got plenty of boars, man. I have some purebred boars on the ground right now that you're gonna love. All right, you're gonna love because I'm trying to really, I'm getting out of boars to be honest. And let me see your name, Jordan Usher. These are my confessions. Let me see if I can find you. Got you. All right, man. I'm sending my number right now. Oh man, you just sent me a message on the 19th. Hold on. Now that's a comment. That's comments. Let me send you a message. How do I? Jordan, hold on, Jordan. All right, I got you, man. I'm gonna hit you up. And why is this doing this? Sometimes, man, I have this is crazy. I got you. I'm gonna lock you in. Just be looking for a message from me, man. And you come on down here and pick you out some boars. And I got, like I said, I got some good ones. And they Winston children. These are I can show you the mamas and I can show you where Winston gone, but they're the last of my boars. Like I got some female, I got some males too, Jordan. So if you want some bucks, let me know. I got some good bucks. I have some great bucks. Look, I have a set of does that are twins, right? Um, and I have a buck that if you was to breed them, you'll have you some good stuff. Like for real. I have one book. Well, I got multiple books, but it's one particular book that I can show you that I know for a fact. If you breed him with those 2 girls I'm talking about, I got 4 or 5 girls you can breed them with. They're gonna probably be good. So hit me up, man. I get you straight. For real. I got you, man. Let me see. Leanne Murray. Yeah, same here, but I take something just for the smell and to be able to eat that I grow up with them. And this don't bother me from them, but them crabs get me sometimes. Yeah, I stay away from all that. Darius, you said Decatur still greater. What side of Decatur? You got to be talking about Agnes Scott Decatur, though, Darius. Is it Darius? Darius, you have to be talking about Avondale Estates, brother. Bro, you got to be talking about Avondale Estates, Agnes Scott, Decatur, right? You ain't talking about no Keller Road. Now, me and you both know. You definitely not talking about no Glenwood. You definitely not. No, 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 absolutely not. Now, and I may be judging it too harsh because I grew up there, so I know about Decatur. I grew up on Gresham Road when the Kmart and the Food Line was still there. You know, they used to have a Sergeant Wide over there. Gresham Road used to be had restaurants, had, Kmart. Like before the Walmart was there, it was a Kmart. It was a Food Line, and it all went away for a while, and then they ended up putting Walmart down there. But yeah, man. I remember on Keller Road, bro, when there used to be a Sunshine City on Keller Road, a Zares on Keller Road, all kind of stuff on Keller Road. Like, yeah, I mean for real. Ain't that no more. Yeah. Eric said, yes, that's what I need. I got you, bro. Did you? So Callie said, did you go to college for anything, or are you just a self-made? I'm a self-made entrepreneur, ma'am. Um, I got authority issues. I do. So I'm not, and I'm ADHD. I'm not the kind that can sit in no class all day. Can't do it. And then I got a problem when I'm listening to somebody who I can see through, right? In order for me as a person, and it's something I fight with, in order for me to like subject myself to you, I have to respect you. So a lot of them professors, man, be on some lame stuff, and I just be up in there like, bruh, no, like I'm not doing it. So I have a problem with that. I've took courses, but I always end up getting mad at the professor. He do something lame, like I don't understand why you making me do that. I've never understood. I remember being in school, get my butt beat because by my mama because I could not understand why we had to do certain things. And I would ask them like, why we have to do this? And boy, when my mama found out, that was back in the 80s, when you ain't going to school and embarrass your mama. Like they used to paddle us in school. Any of y'all on here ever got a whipping at school? A lot of y'all young folk may not know, but we used to get paddles. They used to whoop us at school. And when we got home, we got our butt whooped. So I used to go to Columbia Elementary on the east side of Atlanta, right? It was a dude that named Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims, man. Boy, Mr. Sims, you tell my butt up, but he used to have a paddle and make you hold the table. And he wanted to, and I wouldn't do it. I wasn't scared of him. But boy, my mama. Mm, mm. So long story short, no, ma'am. I just been trying to figure things out. Everything you see with me has been in response to something. If let me make that make sense for you. When I go through something or I've been through some type of hardship, I've just had to figure it out. So it's not like I'm just no strategic individual. I'm just planning and I'm diabolical like that. Like, no, don't give me that much credit. But if you see me flourishing at something, it's because I got in it because I was trying to make some money, or I needed to make some money, or I needed it. It was something. It ain't always money driven for me. I can be some things are just passion, like these videos, man. I've been doing these videos a long time, picking these cameras up, talking into these cameras a long time now, and finally people want to watch them. But like I say this every live I do, that if you go to my YouTube, it's Larry B, one word, dot junior, JR, and just see all those videos. I got videos nobody has ever watched. I've been posting content a long time. So this just as a encouragement for you or anybody who may be trying to do something that ain't taking off right now. It ain't gonna take off. It's not, man. I was just watching this video earlier talking about Vincent Van Gogh. They say he created a bunch of paintings, only sold one while he was alive, and that was close to his death. Yeah, I think it was Vincent Van, maybe Da Vinci. It was somebody, one of them folks. But he created so many paintings, and he only sold one, and it was right close to the end of his life. Now, after he gone, his work done took off. So that's just an encouragement, man. I just been doing what I have to do. All right. So If that's what you need for encouragement, take it, run with it, do it. Don't quit, stick with it, learn, get better, develop a process, right? Get good at it. I think most people never get good or successful at anything because they quit or they don't learn how to shift when it's time. So it's twofold, right? You quit before the success come, or you hold on to doing it one type of way for so long, and you don't realize that it's not the destination that's changed, it's the chosen route that you have to change, right? So you still going in the right direction, but you just got to change how you do it and how you choose to get there, if that makes sense. So you may start off cooking cookies, baking cookies, but they're not selling. And all of a sudden you bake the pie and you just did it for fun and people want your pies. That may be the sign that you should be a pie baker. You get what I'm saying? So holding on and fighting and trying to make it work this one way will cost you some time. So I think that is the issue when people quit too soon and when they don't shift soon enough and they waste years and time trying to, figure it out. That's it. So I'm an entrepreneur, a business owner, but I've just been in response to my life. That's it. If I don't care wherever I'm at, if I need to make it, I got to figure it out. I don't care if I gotta whatever, long as it's legal and I ain't going to the penitentiary for it. We doing it. All right, let's keep going. Lynn said you've learned a lot from me and my wife. Bringing a city girl. I've been being a city girl. I'm sorry. I'm learning a lot since I moved back in 2005. It was a big difference for me. Yeah. Jordan, I got you, man. I see you coming. I'm gonna hit you. I can't do it while I'm on right now. Larry, when you said you and your cousin used to be at 5 Point when it rained, you and him used to go buy umbrellas and resell them. It's funny because I work at Marta and guys are still doing it. It's so different now. Yeah, back in the day when Marta used to be downtown, all the buses, back when the Underground Atlanta was there, all the buses used to be downtown, guys, and that's what we did. It was a place. There was the flea market. I don't even know how it looks downtown Atlanta no more. Last time I rode through there, it was completely different. I can tell they trying to change Atlanta, but they facing resistance from somewhere because by now Atlanta downtown should be like, yeah, it should really be, but it ain't no attractions. Like they coming. I guess you can go to Mercedes Benz. It's the Omni. It's the back in the day, it was the CNN Center, the Omni Center. I don't know, man. I'm out the loop. I don't know, y'all. I can't even speak. But anyway, absolutely. Yeah, I was downtown. D, what's happening, bro? Hello, Larry, coming from Pearl, Mississippi, near Jackson. I've been listening to you for over a year now, and I love your internet, the intellect, the knowledge you be kicking out. Larry, I love you all's lifestyle. I love also your wife. Seems as if you were meant to be together. Your life seems to be real peaceful with her. Keep hope alive that we can see real love in the country living. Wish I had. Yeah, that's my lady. You understand what I'm saying? That's my lady. All right, Carolyn. Yeah, I try to give out awesome information. But it's subjective, it's not objective. It's all coming from my point of view. So it may not apply 100% to what you got going on. It may just be bits and pieces of what I'm saying that will work for you, right? Let's keep going. Carlos, what's happening? Hey Larry, thanks for spreading your wisdom. I really appreciate you sharing your experience about life farming. Question: can a German Shepherd be trusted alone with chickens and goats or sheep? Absolutely not. No, never, ever. They're not good with animals. Don't do it. Get your livestock guardian dog. If you're going to do one of the biggest mistakes I have made was I ended up with shepherds. Don't do it. Anybody telling you that, you could train them, but they don't have the natural instinct to protect the animals. They want to herd the animals. They get excited about running the animals. You get what I'm saying? Whereas if you get a guardian dog, they are naturally bred historically to protect the animals, to want to care for the animals. The guardian dog will actually work to make the animal trust it, right? It will learn to tolerate the animal's stupidity. Like if you ever see a true like Anatolian shepherd or Great Pyrenees, if you see them in a area with some goats, a goat be at their hip button or whatever, the dog just sitting there looking at it. Big old dog, man. Dog hurt that goat if he wanted to. Big old dog. Them dogs not little, right? But it's bred to care. Like Shep be out there running them jokers. Don't leave your German Shepherd around your animals. I know it's gonna be some great stories people can tell you. My Shep do it, mine don't. Okay. Um, that's one of the things I wish I had did better in the beginning. I wish I had went with the kind of dogs I needed and not just wanted. And I love dude. I love the shepherds. I love them. Personal protection. You can sleep well at night, but not with animals, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. You are right, and the jobs are not paying enough. They're not. They're not paying enough, guys, and we have to figure something out because um it's nothing else to do. Like, what else we gonna do? Are we gonna complain and hope something fall from the sky, or we're gonna have to shift? Got to shift, guys. Got to switch over into something else. Yeah. South DeKalb, Decatur gone. South DeKalb Mall is over. I remember when South DeKalb Mall was a beautiful place. I mean, we're talking about Macy's. All the stores was in South DeKalb Mall. It was a place to be. And not just South DeKalb Mall. I think malls in general are done. Yeah, because everybody's shopping online. And you go to the mall, you can't find this. You order online, you wait a day, 2 days, especially Amazon. Some of these places can get that stuff to you next day. Even if it's 2 days, you getting exactly what you want. So I just think that's done. Lynn said, how can you tell the ones that lay eggs? Hold on. I'm sorry, I skipped over. Anthony Williams checking in from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Shout out to Clarksdale. Why? What city y'all close to? Raymond, hey Larry, I really enjoy your generator video. Have you ever thought about adding solar and going completely off grid, or is that something you might consider? I'm considering it. Yeah, I would love to go solar and go off grid. It costs money. You and I both know that. The batteries, the charging station, the panels, and then it's gonna eat up a lot of my space as well. So my idea of the perfect scenario, Raymond, would be a hybrid situation, right? I got a generator powered by natural gas, okay, and I got a solar system that I'm using my day-to-day electricity on, right? That I can put maybe panels on top of the houses or whatever. Um, and have separate little batteries set up and different charging stations or whatever. I don't know how that works. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know how that works. I do know how that works, but I don't know how I will pull it off. You get what I'm saying? I understand the concept of the panels, batteries, charging station, panel going to the panel of your house and a lot of that stuff. But I would like to have the natural gas generator as a backup as well too, for them extended dark moments when the clouds or whatever. And it just say, be good to have. But yeah, man, solar is something I definitely would like. People say it all the time. I'm just saying I wish right now. I'm getting ready to get off of this generator. I've been buying junk. Can I be open with y'all? I've been buying junk, right? On some Facebook marketplace, buy some junk, turn it into some good stuff. And you get addicted to that stuff. I ain't doing it no more. I'm not buying any more junk. I'm not buying no more junk. I'm getting all the junk I got out of here. I'm gonna use what I can. I'm gonna keep what I can out of the junk, make what work. And then from there, I'm just gonna go either certified pre-owned, especially for my generator, certified pre-owned or just brand new. But brand new for what I need gonna be cost. It's gonna cost. You hear what I'm saying? It's gonna cost. But the Lord will provide. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hey, how can you tell the ones? This Lynn asking, how can we tell the ones that lay eggs? You buy layers. When you buy chicken, you buy layers. Don't buy meat birds. Okay. So layers, that's what they do. Now, you can be smart now, Lynn, and I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. You maybe can buy a dual purpose bird if you possibly want to butcher one out. If that ain't your thing, just get some layers. All right. But if you think, okay, well, I may get to the point where I want to butcher a bird out, then what you want to buy is a dual purpose bird, right? They call them Freedom Rangers, Freedom Rangers. I got the dark Cornish, we got the white Cornish. It's a bunch of them. So when you're looking up a bird, and let's say you go to a hatchery, I use Myers Hatchery, Hoover Hatchery. They have sections, right? They have meat birds, they have dual purpose birds, they have straight layers. You have to decide what you want. If you're gonna go with layers, I would do the Rhode Island Reds. I wouldn't do the Golden Comets. The reason why I would do the Rhode Island Reds is because you can hatch out eggs. if you choose to get a rooster down the line. But it sounds like you may not. But if you do choose to get a rooster down the line, you can hatch out rolled out and red animals. All right. So that's what I would do. Let's see what Cindy talking about. Cindy Richardson. I hope I'm getting to you. It's 5:03. I'm behind them thing. Cindy said, I have been following you for a month now, and it just so happened to be around the time I'm personally land. I appreciate all the information that you share, and it came at the right time. The Lord has given you so much wisdom. May the Lord continue to bless you and your family. Thank you. I love those type of comments right there. What I say has helped in some type of way. Don't take it as law. Take it as information, base point, starting point. So you're not going into a deal blind. You know some stuff to ask. Hey, look at him. Bentley Farm. That is Joe Bentley up at Bentley's Farm. These folks have some nice goats. If you into the Boris and you want some high-end goats, look up Bentley Bros Farm, man. They have some nice goats, man. A guy reached out to me, and I think he might have saw me comment on one of Joe's post or something, and he asked me, he said, man, you know them? I said, well, I'm friendly. Yeah, I know him, we talk. And he's like, man, I really want to buy one of his goats. And he was saying how much they cost. I said, well, them dudes, they've been doing that a long time. They got high quality animals. You're not gonna get no high quality animals for cheap. I'm just telling you. So if you want a high quality animals, don't go to us. No, those dudes have been doing that stuff for a long time, and they've developed an actual lineage, a genetic. Man, they not going. No, I got a guy right now I'm talking to. He has a book that I want, right? It's a nice book. He want $2,000 for the book. He want $2,000 for the book. I'm not paying no $2,000 for the book, right? But I understand why he want that kind of money for that book. I do. Because if I'm not selling Ace of Spades, I would never sell Ace of Spades. I got that from Robinson Meat Goes down in Twin City. He had it in a pen, and I saw that goat, and I just thought like maybe that goat could be something. And he sold it to me. And his son reached back out, and Latavius reached back out trying to get it back. And the daddy even too said, man, I want it back. I was like, man, I ain't never sell that goat. Like, hey man, I'm never selling that goat. That goat was a blessing from the Lord, right? You get that kind of goat. So that guy, he got a goat for $2,000 he want to sell. And I understand why he want it. He just he got the right plan, wrong man. I'm just not him. So I understand, man. But yeah, them guys have good stuff. Let me see. Logistical Style said the first video I saw from you was when you got your security clinic. Do you still use that now? You live it. Hey man, this is crazy. Listen, man, that's why I stream to multiple platforms. First and foremost, Logistical Styles, thank you, right? Because you're a real one. Like, you've been around for a while. Like, if you seen my security clearance video, you're an OG follower, right? Like, if I had I got a sound, but I ain't gonna fool with it. Now, I got a sound I would do and just clap my hands and support you. But listen, bro. So I don't use that clearance anymore. What happened with that clearance was I was working this project, and I'm gonna get a bit off topic, guys, but this is from one of my OG followers from YouTube, the Larry B. Junior page. Shout out to bro. So when I first got the clearance, I got it twice, and it was a T4, not a T5. I got it twice. The first time I got it, we were working this project with the government, right? And you had to have it. And the company, and that's what showed me that it really don't matter about your background. It matters if you tell the truth. So that's what happens, because I was scared and I was in there trying to lie, duck and dodge. And then when I met the investigator, he came in there, shut the door, talked to me straight up, and I just told him the truth. But they were looking for if I was truthful. So if anybody is looking to get a T4 clearance with the government, a public trust, the T5 is different. That's top secret. But if you just want a public trust clearance, the number one thing I can tell them is don't lie to those people ever. I don't care if they asking you about a robbery you committed and they know. Man, the man asked me, I'm gonna tell you what the man asked me. Look, I hope you still here too. The man asked me about an alias I used to use when I ran the street. I used to use my stepbrother alias. Shout out to Nuka. What's up, Nuka? I used to use my stepbrother name, man, Willie Burnett. But I used to use his name all the time. And that was my thing. Cause one time I got locked up, and that was the only name I could think to use, right? So that was my alias. I ripped and ran all around Georgia, Tennessee using Willie Burnett. So I get a case, Willie Burnett. Like, that's my name. He better be glad I ain't know his social, because I probably would have had him in trouble. But I'm sitting in the office now, 20 years, I'm done with that lifestyle. The Lord done delivered me. I'm clean and washed in the blood. Man, I'm sitting in the office. This man asked me about Willie Burnett. He said, okay, Larry, let's go to the next question. Who is Willie Burnett? I said, man, that's my stepbrother. He said, I was doing a little research on you, and you got several instances where you use that name, Willie Burnett. I said, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I actually use his name all the time. And but I was being honest with him. So, make a long story short, if you consider going through a T4, T5 clearance, especially T5, I ain't never passed a T5. I passed a T4 twice. I did it twice, man. Don't lie. Don't lie. I don't care what they ask you about. You used to pimp in southern Mississippi. Tell them the truth. Yeah, I used to be a pimp in southern Mississippi. Don't lie, because they are not trying to see. They're not trying to convict you. They're trying to see your level of honesty. And I got it twice, y'all. For real, man. Let me see. Eric said, what about the lambs? Are they worth messing with? Boy, lambs are absolutely worth messing with, Eric. Like, if the lambs are, me personally, I don't want to talk down on my goats. I love the goats. I love them. But the lambs, oh yeah. I got some big ones out there. I ain't selling them though. I got some smaller ones that I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna take them off their mama soon. But I'm gonna let the mama suck them until they nurse them until they won't nurse them no more. They get big, but I have some massive boys out there. I was looking at them yesterday. I have 2 of them. I ain't selling them. I'm holding them. I'm not selling them. The reason why I'm not gonna sell them is because I'm not gonna sell them right now. Put it like that. I'm gonna sell them. I may sell them eventually, but not right now. You gotta figure out which ones you're gonna hold on to. But yeah. Let me see. Jay said, I'm in Ohio thinking about getting land in Georgia. What would be a great place to look? That's definitely welcoming to black folks. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And I just want you to be. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. Most of these country folks, they don't care what you are, as long as you stay out their business. Because if somebody owns 40 acres, that means they don't want to be bothered. You get what I'm saying? So you can go buy 40 acres and you're in the middle of nowhere. And, most of the people I've come across, they don't care. You know, they don't care what color you are and what you have going on. They can not even like you as a person because they may be racist, but they don't care. You're not bothering them. They're not bothering you. And so my advice would be just find you somewhere, just find you somewhere you like and just go. The people, I mean, I can, and I want to say this to you guys because I'm always getting asked this question. I haven't had one negative experience. I'm being honest. It ain't been no racist stuff. I haven't had anybody white. I could tell they don't fool with me a little bit. Like, you could tell, because when a person, you could tell, right? But that usually that person going on about their business. Now, one thing that I do know is this. Now, and this is for real. Now, they will try to charge you more for stuff if they don't fool with you, right? So you get one that like you, he'll show you some love. And I got a great friend, man, great guy, and great guy. He look out for me. But then I have others that I had to figure out that they were lying to me. They were charging me too much because they knew I didn't know. And I just know what type of people these are now. So we just avoid those. It's the same way in the streets, in the city. You just avoid the bad ones, lock in with the great ones. Mind your own business. That's it. Another thing I've seen, that a person don't necessarily have to like you to help you. That's been one of the things that I experienced down here in the country, that they may not like you you ain't coming to dinner, like you ain't getting invited, but they still will help you. You may be broke down on the side of the road, they still will go out their way to help you, for real. Yeah, I experienced that too. So, I just feel like I would definitely pick your place wisely. It's more important to me about your neighbors. If there aren't any issues with buying the land, let me stop on this for a minute because I think I want to help somebody. I want to help you. So when you're getting ready to buy the land, one of the things that's a red flag is parts of your property and parts of their property that are convoluted with each other, right? Your property is definitely gonna touch their property, but we're talking about like it's just a fence. You get what I'm saying? So that is not gonna be an issue. But if it's something like a pond, y'all share that, or it's their pond and it's touching your property, and they don't want you to fish in it, don't fish in it. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's been the bigger issue. When people move on to properties and there already is an existing contention, you know. And another thing is be careful about moving into places where they got these little buddy systems already set up. And now Clinton done sold the land or such and such done died out and they sell it to you. And that little buddy system that they set up, you coming in thinking it's gonna be one big happy family. And they're like, nah, we were cool with Clinton. We ain't cool with you, you know. So there's definitely horror stories everywhere, all around. But I want mine to be a legit story that I haven't had any experience, man. I have friends right now, white friends that I can call and they'll come right now. I have neighbors like that. Um, yeah, man. I mean, I bought that truck. Y'all see that diesel truck I'm working on? I bought that truck up in Macon. A guy ripped me off. He ripped me off. He tricked me because I didn't know enough about diesel trucks and I bought it and then it needed a fuel injector. So it went in the limp mode when I bought it, right? You know, it was fire up, right, and then it go right in the limp mode. By that time, dude, he gone. Hey, I was stupid, right? I didn't know no better, and I can admit that. I'm fine with that. But I was up there and picked up the phone. Kurt, he got R&R Diesel down here in Fitzgerald, and I called Kurt, and I'm on my way. And of course, yeah, we paying, but he didn't have to just come right and do that. That could have been a, well, I can get up there, you know, somebody really don't. I got this guy I'm trying to get to do some work for me, right? I'm done. I'm not fooling with him because he don't want to make no money. I just know it. You know, people who want to make money, yeah. Some people, another things in the rural areas you're gonna find is that there isn't any hurry, and a lot of the people are not as hungry. So when you're coming from the city, you got 50, 11 quotes on the job. I can do it. I got what's the last quote? And you know, everybody trying to outdo one another, and they ready to get to work. When you get in places like this, man, people are in cruise control. Like, yeah. So I got my wife's Jeep. I'm getting ready to take it to a whole nother town just because I cannot find anybody hungry enough in this town that wants to do the work. Like straight up. So I'm about to load her Jeep up and take it up to Tifton and just see if I could find a shop, maybe some Hispanics or something, take it up in there and let them work on it. And just say, here, man, I got all these parts. Do this for me, get it running. And then when you get that done, let me know. I got some other stuff I want you to do. It's hard to find that in these small towns, man. A lot of them just in cruise control. And then another thing is they just it's more need than it is help. So I was talking to this one place. They just don't have, he said, man, I'm just packed. He said, I'll give you a call back in 2 weeks. I ain't heard from him. So I'm just gonna go to a whole nother city, you know, and take my money elsewhere. But that's one of the things you're gonna experience, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna experience that. You're either gonna experience people who are extremely hungry and they'll jump right on it, but then you're gonna get that other group. Well, I guess I'll get over there sometime. Yeah, for real. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Eric said, "Can you send me your info?" I got you, Eric. Let me I'm gonna lock you in, Eric. I'm gonna lock you in. I got Jordan. Jordan, I'm gonna hit you up. Message me, Jordan, please. Because I'm trying to pull you up and I'm not getting do me a favor, Eric. Message me right quick. And not because I just want you to message me so I can have, you know, I'm trying to do the live and do everything. So I can have your stuff. Self-made. All right now, Larry. We both learn something. Well, I'm not self-made. The Lord has been my shepherd. Let me say that, my brother. I'll be lying if I tell you I'm self-made because it's some stuff that's happening to me that has happened to me for me that is no way I could have produced for myself. I'm telling you, because I haven't been able to duplicate it. Y'all hear me? Let me preach to you. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So when you know it's from the Lord, you cannot produce the same results on your own. You get what I'm saying? So something will happen, and we get stressed out because we can't produce the same results. You're not going to be able to do it because that was some divine intervention that got you in that position. You see, you can hunt for the best deal, have the money in the account, down payment ready, whatever, cash buy, but you can't find the deal. You get it? But this other person over here was able to find this spectacular deal, and you're saying, man, how you find that? Man, I've been looking for 3 years. I ain't been able to find anything. And that person find it because it's from the Lord. We got to give it back the credit, man. We've been talking this universe stuff. We've been talking all this knowledge-based stuff for so long that we're losing understanding that it's some spiritual stuff at place too. Hey, for real, man, that's running. So me personally, I'm not self-made. You know, I be lying to you. I'm literally, man, I've prayed to God, man. Man, y'all seen the video when I got my tractor repoed? Did y'all see that video? Man, I was trying my best to make stuff happen when nothing happened. Nothing happened. And I realized I had to come to the conclusion the reason why it wasn't happening for me is because I was trying to do it. I had lost my spirit of gratitude and praise, giving the Lord the praise and the gratitude for what was happening for me. And I started believing that some way that I was making this happen. Don't fall for that trick. That is blasphemy, man. When you start thinking I did this, the devil is a liar. I'm telling you. And the reason why you cannot duplicate the results. If you did it and it came from your knowledge, it came from your willpower, it came from your hustle, then you should be able to duplicate the results. If it's a one and done, then it went from you. If you can get that part right there. And that's the part I try my best to share with as many people as possible. All right. I am a vessel. You are a vessel. Whether you are acknowledging it or not, I am a vessel. I am being used, right? As long as I'm walking in the purpose that I'm designed to walk in, then the overflow comes, right? But when I start dibbling and dabbling outside of the purpose, we hit these dry seasons, right? So we got to stay connected and stay locked in on the purpose. The reason why I feel it took me so long to reach this point is because, number one, and I'm not going to say this point, but just, y'all watching. It was times when nobody would watch. It's a few people on right now watching, right? It was a time when nobody would watch. It was a time when I would post. Nobody would. The reason why I'm able to reach this point, number one, is I stuck with it. Number one, I got better at doing it. But then, not only that, I've allowed myself to be used. If y'all go watch my old videos, I'm talking about your will, what you know how to do. I'm talking about what you can create. You get what I'm saying? And I said this in a video. I just recorded this video last night. I ain't even put this video, this morning. I ain't even put this video out. There is a promise. Think about the children of Israel. God promised them that land. He said, I'm going to bring you out of bondage and I'm going to give you a land of your own, right? And that's a beautiful promise, right? But what he did not tell them was they were going to have to fight for that land. They were going to have to war. So that means he was promising them the land, but he was promising them victory. You get it? You're going to win, so you can go into the fight with the understanding that you're going to win. So that's all business, entrepreneurship, struggle. It is. When they say the battle is not mine, it's the Lord. So I'm not self-made. Don't take that because that's the wrong kind of encouragement I'm giving you. If I give you self-made, because now you taking it and running with it thinking, oh yeah, I need to do it. No, God honors what you do. All right. He will honor what you do. And we've gotten to the point in our society where nobody want to hear this no more. Nobody. And it's dark. So when I start talking this talk, you got a group of people who love it. Then you got a group of people, man, shut up, man. Nobody want to hear that dumb stuff, right? And the truth of the matter is, all I can speak is my testimony. They say we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the power of the word of our testimony. So when I get to talking this stuff, y'all, Trust me, man. This coming from somebody who have been sitting and don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I can't even tell you how this stuff gonna get paid. Like, for real. I can't even tell you how any of this, and I'm trying my best to make things happen, and it won't work. I got all these ideas in my mind. I don't have enough money to fund them. I got vision, and but I don't have the resources, right? So God provides that. And I have to make sure I tell you that, because I'll be lying if I told you anything different. I ain't smart enough. Like, don't act like I'm no super smart dude, man. Like, nah, I know some smart people. Like, I'm worldly. I'm one of them people that you could put in the middle of Kazakhstan and be over there. Just you come back a year later, I'm over there selling camels. You know what I mean? I done got over there and then kicked it with the locals. Now Larry got 5 camels he's selling. I'm one of those type people. But as far as just being super smart, I know some super smart people, like, for real. And I'm worldly. All right. Yeah, man. But thank you though. Thank you. You stay getting paddles, Earl. Man, me too, man. I used to get my butt beat, boy. I ain't lying, man. Them teachers tear my butt up. Keep a good board book around, LBJ. I am Joe. If you still on, man, I'm gonna keep a good. I want to keep one. I feel you. I feel you, Joe. If you still here, if you moved on. Joe said keep a good board book around, Larry B. I got you. I got you. I'm thinking of a Bora. I got one I'm looking at, okay? And I was supposedly getting Bo back, the one that I had sent to up north. The owner, he said he getting out of goats, and he don't know what he gonna do with them, and he don't want to. He asked me if I wanted them back. I said sure. He said I'll bring them to you. So supposedly I should hear something from him. He said the end of July. So we at that point. So maybe he'll say something this week. And if he say something, then I'll take him, and see what I could do with him. And I would see about him, and it's another one up there that I like. It's another one. They getting there, man. They are, man. They getting there. Yeah. Yeah, he said if you got paddles, they would call your parents. I was too scared of my mom, so I would take paddles. I took paddles. See, if they got paddles, they would not call your parents. Man, they would call my mama, and I got paddles, man. I ain't lying, man. My mama was a nurse. My mama was a nurse, and when you had to get my mama on the phone, you had to call up to the floor that she was working. And if my mama had to come out of one of those rooms and get on the phone because I was acting a fool at school, boy, it was one of them whippings, because she'll get home at night, right? She'll let me take a bath. I'm thinking I done got away with it and everything. But it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning, but she'll wake me up. Boy, tell my butt up. And I still go back to school and do it again. Yeah. Laquita, what's up? Say you inspire me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just walking in purpose, the purpose that the Lord has presented to my life. That's all. Shift, Samantha. Yes. Temple, what's up, Temple? From hood to homestead. And what's up, J3GS Farm on YouTube. Hey, man, thank you, brother. Sister, I don't know if you're male or female, so yeah. Brandon said, I love listening to you and your wife. Great knowledge and encouragement. Keep motivating and teaching. Yes. Josh, what up, though? How you doing, my friend? What made me get into ghosts, and how many did I start off with, Will? What made me get into ghosts was I just wanted to get some animals. I didn't really have a goal or a plan, right? I was just like most people, just getting into goats. Now, I had a great herd initially that I got, but I ended up trading them off for some cows. And I should have kept those cows. I really should have, but I was struggling feeding them. I couldn't even pay for my tractor, so I definitely couldn't pay for no cows, for real, right? I started with this new herd with Coco, Fancy, Free, Winston, Nutmeg, and Cinnamon. 5. I started with 5. And then from there, I went down to Robinson Meat Goats. Y'all seen me do that. And I bought 4 bred nannies, heavy bred nannies. And each one of them had like 2. So I kept the females out of that batch. Then I've had a few breeding seasons. So now what you see is all the goats I have are just from Winston breeding and Ace of Spade breeding. So I started with probably 5 or 6 of them. And I started with 10 sheep. 5 died, had 5. My male died. He bred them all. and now I have 22. So you give them time, it'll grow. Yeah, it'll grow for real. So I didn't have a plan, Will. I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't have a plan. Samantha said, great advice. Avoid them and lock in with the greatest. Absolutely. Timothy said, excellent broadcast. No, excellent. Thank you for joining. Takari. What's up, man? Takari is my cousin through marriage, young guy, handling his business on Facebook. I see him on IG. His name Takari Lawson. Check him out, man. He handling his business though. He do, man. He do good positive content for real, man. I won't put you on nobody crazy. Yes, sir. You appreciate it. Good, my friend. OE Tracy. Say it, Larry. Say that. Say amen, amen. Good afternoon. You next door in Bama. You inspire me, not on purpose, and that's God. Thank you. Thank you. Like when y'all say when I inspire you, I want you guys to understand that all I do is walk in the call. That's it. I'm not a preacher. I got a desire to help people. If I learn information, I'm going to teach you. God wants to use my life as hope for somebody else. And I've said this on my last live, and I noticed that the call is for me to use these experiences, like the death of my daughter, the death of my mama, ripping and running in the streets, going in and out of the facilities, man, incarceration, getting out, trying to rebuild my life after incarceration, having all the ups and downs, the trials of parenting that you deal with, just poor decision financially, like doing dumb stuff financially. I had to file bankruptcy. What else? I almost lost my house to foreclosure. Just a lot of stuff, right? Using all these experiences, and I'm not bottling them up and being ashamed of them. I'm using them to be encouragement for somebody who going through it. Because most of the time we suffer in silence, right? Most of the time people are going through things like right now. I'm pretty sure somebody on this live that's dealing with financial issues, right? Struggling. And they don't know what this gonna come, and it gets hard, man. And you're going to work and you barely. I remember going to work and the check I got just wasn't enough. Like, I don't care how many hours I work, it never was enough, right? I could just pay this, and then for the next paycheck I could pay that, etc. And being in that situation and just clinging to the job. That's all I had was the job. I just hope I can hold on to this, and end up going through the bankruptcy. The bankruptcy taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. It taught me that there are systems designed to help people, and you don't have to be ashamed of them. You don't have to be ashamed. And I used to walk with my head down. I didn't want nobody to know I had went through chapter 13. I didn't want anybody to know that I had got myself in over my head financially. But now I don't care. I don't care. And when I finally reached that point where I don't care, that allowed God to use what he had been delivering me from as a message to his people. So I'm bringing you out not for you to bottle up the information and hoard it for yourself. I'm bringing you out to use that as a message to people who still may be in. You get what I'm saying? And that goes for us all. That's why they say we overcome by the word of our power of the word of our testimony. That you trying to get over something and you asking the Lord to actually deliver you from it, but you're not even telling people about what he's already delivered you from. So that means you getting glory for something that's not yours. So the reason why he not getting you out of it right now is because people think you did it. They think you were smart enough to get yourself out of it. You don't be telling me, man, I'm smart. Man, Larry, you show sharp. How? You know what I mean? Where? You feel what I'm saying? So no. I can be trusted with it. I can be trusted, and you should be able to be trusted with the breakthrough and the blessing. People are being delivered out of stuff and they're not acknowledging God. They're saying thank you, God, in their prayers, but they're not telling everybody. They're not saying that there is a living God, guys. He not just in that book right there. There's a living God. He not just in historical artifacts. It's not on a wall as a picture. There is a living source that when I was at my lowest, I sat and I cried out and I didn't know what else to do. And then deliverance came. I was brought out. So now, can you be trusted with it to tell the people that I did it? Can you be trusted with to tell these people that you prayed to me and a check showed up? Have you ever got an unexpected money? Man, I'm telling you, boy, I can tell you story after story, man. I can tell you, man, all kind of stories, man. For real. After story, after story, after story. I'm sitting here struggling, trying to get by. Then all of a sudden, this opportunity presents itself. I take advantage of it. Bam, I get it. You get what I'm saying? Somebody called me out the blue. I ain't had a project in 6 months. Somebody called me out the blue and they need me to do this work for them. And it's good money. You get what I'm saying? Just all kind of stuff. So when you say I inspire you, just remember, I'm just obedient to the call. And all I'm doing, guys, I don't know Hebrew. I don't know Greek. See, that's the problem, man. People that got so smart and intelligent that they don't put this stuff on a pedestal when it don't supposed to be. Like we done got on, like people getting on stage breaking down theology, breaking down the theology of things, right? When people are struggling just to pay their bills, when people are dealing with health and they got sickness in their bodies, right? But you up there breaking down the Greek of the formal pronunciation of the Sadducees and stuff. People, how am I use that? You know, people want to hear how you were delivered or hear how that person was delivered. Like, man, I prayed out and I don't know if it's going to happen for you, but it happened for me. They need that hope. Because when people reach their ends, man, they don't have no more hope. And that's what the world want to take from us, our hope. They want to take our hope. We don't have faith and belief in nothing else, that this is just it. You get it? So I'm just walking in the call and being obedient to it. That's it. Showing you what God can do with a person like me. So somebody asked me what high school you went to. Man, I ain't make it to no high school. I've never seen a 10th grade high school book. I haven't, because I was too busy running the streets. I ran the streets. I had a job, man. This was my job. Let me tell y'all what my job is. Y'all want to know what my job is? My job was, I used to be over in 4th Ward in Atlanta, off Daniel Street, off of Boulevard. Anybody know Atlanta? Y'all know that's the hood. I used to be in 4th Ward. We call it 4th Ward. Over there by Grady Home, over there by off of Daniel Street, Boulevard. I used to be in 4th Ward. My first job was this dude who was my cousin's baby daddy. He was a big-time drug dealer. He was big time. He had money. He would pay me to watch his back. I used to have to, I'm telling y'all, I was 14. I used to stand on a corner of a building. He paid me $45 a day. And this is what I used to do. When I saw the police, I used to yell, 12, 12, 12. If I saw the red dog, here come them dogs, here come them dogs, here come them dogs. So what would happen was I was the decoy. So the police would either come after me, get me, or chase me. And I'd get away because, all them little back alleys, you can get away, right? And I would give them dudes enough time to get, we call it the bomb. Hide the bomb. That's the drug bag. Hide the bomb, get the money off for you. Because the police want the money too. That was my first job. I was supposed to be in school. I was supposed to be in the 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade, doing school kid stuff. I'm in the trap on Daniel Street off in 4th Ward. That's what my job, right? Doing it, eating Polish sausage, drinking Coke 45 at 14. I'm telling you straight up. I was waking up in the morning, kicking it with the older guys. They had this store, had Polish sausage, and they used to drink Coke 45, and somebody would buy me a Coke 45. I was 14, drinking Polish, eating Polish sausage, drinking Coke 45, right? So don't tell me I'm smart. Like, no, you hear what I'm saying? So I did that, and then I eventually started hustling for myself. But from that transition to now, like, even though I can talk all about all that stuff, right? To God be the glory. Because not only did he allow me to go see it, I was in it, but I came out of it. And now I'm a living testimony to you. So you may even have a child that's dealing with stuff like that. They just can't get right. That was me. I just couldn't get right. Like, I'm in out of juvenile. I went to juvenile all in Dalton, Georgia, Gainesville, Georgia, Rome, Panthersville. I'm everywhere, just in juvenile, in and out of juvenile. Till I finally end up going to big people jail, right? I started going to grown people jail. And then when I started going to grown people jail, then nobody had to worry about me no more. Because they ain't got to come get me. When you're in juvenile, they call somebody like, hey, baby, you better come get him. So my daddy would come get me. And then my daddy got sharp and he knew not to answer the phone. So I have to go, they ship me off. So even through all that, to be able to stand here now today as a success in some right? You see me sitting in front of in this place. I'm in a place I built. Y'all see this room, this office right here? I built this room, not with my hands, but with my money, right? I built this. Like, this was nothing. I'm in a place I built. And that was a big thing for me because while I was building, I had to try to get my grandmama them down here. And I needed the money to do that. And the Lord provided that. It was tight, but that money kept coming just enough time to be able to do that, right? And they gave me some of my money back. Like Granddaddy made sure. Granddaddy sat down with me like, I know it was tight for you, and I know I put you in a tough position. How much do I owe you? I pay you monthly. I said, cool. And Granddaddy shot me some money monthly, and I needed that money because I was struggling, you know? So to see all these stories, all this stuff I got to tell you, but to see me standing now to be a man of influence, right? People are listening to me. I give people inspiration and hope. Y'all see, I'll look in the comment section. So many people saying, boy, you inspire me. You give me hope, right? Listen, that's the Lord giving you hope. That's not me giving you hope. The Lord is using me as an example to give you hope. That's it. So acknowledge him, not me. I'm the tool. I'm the hammer. I'm the screwdriver. Don't praise the ratchet. Praise the Lord. So when somebody say, Larry, you good, I say, praise the Lord. I'm not saying that in a sense of just as cliche, like praise God. No, I'm telling you, praise the Lord. That's what I'm saying. So anytime you've ever tried to praise me, if you notice, I say, praise the Lord. I'm not saying, yeah, boy, thank him, man, who gives all blessings flow. No, I'm telling you, your praises should go to the Lord, not me, because I ain't no way in the world I could have did this myself. Like, no way, guys. I was too stupid to stay out of trouble. You get what I'm saying? I thought being in the street, I was going to make it. Like, I literally woke up every day thinking that I'm going to sell drugs the rest of my life. Like, I really couldn't see the penitentiary was coming. Just dumb. I surrounded myself with a bunch of people who really didn't, I was a resource to them. Right? And God actually took me through all that situation to get me out of it. I had a friend of mine named Walter. I should know back in the day, Lil Walt. And when I started cutting hair off of County Road, man, Lil Walt came in. Me and Lil Walt connected. We used to be like best friends back in the day, man. We was playground little dudes, man. We stayed in some apartments called Hearthstone off of County Road, right behind the Chit Chat, Emerald Drive, right? So me and Lil Walt was friends. I ain't seen him since I moved out of them apartments, but I started cutting hair right up the street from him. I bumped into Lil Walt again. Lil Walt said, when I talked to Lil Walt, we was talking, and he was just asking me questions, trying to find out where I had been. I told him I had been in the joint. I did that. I got my life. You know what Lil Walt told me? He said, this, I'll never forget this. He said, man, I want to get out of this life so bad. He said, God let you go to prison to take you out of it. That's what he said to me. He said, because you went to prison, you got out of it. That's what he said. And I can say this sincerely. I didn't have a path out of the streets without prison. I didn't. Because I didn't know how to pull myself out of it. I didn't. I didn't know how to stop what I was doing. My life was built around the criminal activity, right? So it wasn't like, so that's why I say most drug dealers become trapped themselves. They do. You know, he get addicted to the lifestyle. So even then, my worst moments walking into facilities, I ain't no big dude. Dealing with all this stuff was a breakthrough. So that's part of the inspiration. So I'm only being used, man. Just remember that. I don't want the glory for what God do. And that's what happened with men and women. When things start going good for them, they start wanting to receive the glory that God deserves. No, I'm going to tell you every time, man. Listen. I'm going to tell you every chance I get. It is not by might. It is not by power. It's nothing I have done. I am not. Don't act like I'm just so smart. I am a student of the game, right? I am a student. I learn. I'm not afraid to fail. I do some straight up dumb stuff and learn from it, though. You get what I'm saying? I am just a vessel of the living God. Not to sound like no prolific preacher or some dude trying to get you to pay tithes. No, man. I am a vessel that he gonna use until he done with. And then when he done with, he gonna take this old body and vessel, and my spirit gonna leave it, and I'm gonna be gone, right? I am a vessel of the living God. And I thank God that he find use in me. You get it? I thank God that he still, and I'm saying it sincerely, like this ain't no preach, teach stuff, like stuff. I thank God that he has use of me. And he has use of us all. Every last one of us, because we are his people, regardless of what we believe, right? But what happens is we succumb to the human side of life and not the spiritual side. What do I mean? We succumb to the opinions of others. We won't even step out on the stage, or we won't even do whatever it is we call to do, because we're afraid of being judged and critiqued and criticized by people. So we're bound. You're in bondage. You know how many people talk to me about the things they want to do, yet they haven't done anything. So when you ask me questions, the reason why I don't answer, because I've spent years answering people's questions, guiding people, trying my best to help them, only to see they don't do nothing, because they're afraid of what somebody else has to say. They're afraid of somebody judging them. You get what I'm saying? So it got to be perfect. They'll do one perfect thing when I did 50, 11,000 jack leg stuff getting talked about in the comment section. Oh, you stupid. I'm still going. I'm still going because somebody somewhere need to see that. They need to see that. So we not disguising and we not trying to hide nothing. You're going to see my failures. You're going to see my wins. But one thing I ask you from my heart, sincerely, do not praise me. Do not give me props like I'm just so smart. Don't act like I'm no special human being. I'm not. I am a vessel of the living God who is being obedient to the call on my life. I am walking in the call. I am here to give hope. I am here to guide. I am here to help people maneuver through situations. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to collect wealth. I'm not here to build my own empire. I'm not here. I'm here to be a vessel, to be used by God's people until my time up. And then when my time up, I got to leave. That's it. All right. So I stress that because I don't want people to celebrate me. No. If you knew my past, some of the things I have done, don't celebrate me. I have sold drugs to people, man, helped ruin their lives. You hear what I'm saying? Didn't care. Don't celebrate me, you know? But for me to be able to stand here today and you can't even see that part of me, that's a testament to the Lord. So don't say, Larry, boy, you so sharp, boy, you got out and you got your life together. You know how many people tried to do the same thing and they couldn't do it, and they fell back into addiction. They fell back. No, but what make me special? Nothing. God make me special. Do not act like I'm so smart. I know people 10 times smarter than me. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not. I am a vessel of the living God, not the dead God. I don't have an extraordinary biblical knowledge, right? I know scriptures, right? I done read the book, in pieces. I haven't sat down and just said I'm gonna read the whole book back to back to back. I've read it in pieces. I've read Genesis, I've read Exodus, then I may skip to Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, then I may go back to Jeremiah, I go to Psalm. So collectively, yes, right? I know the story. I'm not no a person that understand the theologian and stuff. I'm not that. No, I'm not. I'm a guy who has lived life, who been out here just doing dumb stuff, who have been in the need of God to deliver him and bring him out of it. And I'm just telling you about it. That's it. Yep. That's it. I've been out here since my mama died when she was killed when I was 12, going on 13. From the time I was 12, going on 13, life had just, from that time till now, it's just been one big adventure. I'm almost 50 now. I never thought I'd be 50. I thought 30 was old. Somebody ever told me back when I was 22, I'd be 50 almost. Man, ain't no way in the world I'm be no 50. I thought I was gonna die in the streets. I did. I didn't. My cousin was 32. I thought he was old. He would bust. I started laughing at me, man. I'm like, man, you old, bro. Yeah. So all that is a testimony to the goodness of God. That's it. That's it, man. So when people shout and say you this and that, I'm gonna always say, praise the Lord. All right. And that's what I think all of us being God's vessels, that's the path we have to take. Do not let man confuse the simplicity of God. See, back in the time when the olden times, they put God in this confusing light. And that's why I love the story of Jesus. He came and walked among people to simplify it, because man What man do is man confuses everything just to provide solutions. That's what man do. Mankind will cause chaos just to provide solutions. That's man's nature. Man create war just to establish peace. Man creates sickness just to provide cure. Man provide marriage just to give divorce. Like that's what mankind do. That's man is a confused species. That's what man is, right? But don't fall for that. God is not confused. Confusion. It's not these great theologian breakdown you need to understand this. No, you don't need this a degree in what people did before degrees, guys. How did people walk? That's what Jesus did. Look at his example. He walked with the people. All the educated people tried to trip him up with all those educated words, and they came and, what do you say about this? And he would just answer simply, just don't sin no more. Like it was just basic stuff. And the example is, listen, don't allow these people to confuse God to you. Don't allow them to make him unattainable and unreachable to you because you feel like you need a level 9 degree in something to be able to reach him. That ain't how that works. No, look at the animals. They wake up every day knowing they're going to get fed every single day. The animals don't fret. They wake up every day with a mission. I got to give me something to eat. And they know it. They don't wake up and say, well, I don't know. No. You see? And this world is full of examples for us. So that's why I do what I do. And I make sure I tell you all about it. I make sure I tell you. I make sure I explain the best I can. And I allow the super deep people to be super deep. That's it. They want to be super deep because they got to put themselves on pedestals. They want to make it unattainable for you because now you need them. You need him because he done made God so unattainable that you need them as a bridge to God. And that's not true. The bridge has already been here. It's been here. You know, we got access. So that's my goal and focus for everybody. And that's why I'm always doing just basic stuff. It's just basic. And don't let nobody confuse you. Don't let them trip you up. Don't let them convince you that you don't understand. Yes, you do. That's why them old timing ladies, them old ladies sitting in them houses, ain't been to church never 4 times in her life. She understand the Lord though. She's sitting in that mug, understand what's going on, right? Because she has developed a perfect understanding based on experience. Yeah, experience. You know, that's why, remember, who was it? Daniel going into the lion den? Was it Daniel? When he said, was it Daniel? No, I'm sorry. It was David facing Goliath. It's one of the most powerful stories. David said, let me tell you about when he had to face that giant. And Saul was saying, man, you sure you can go out there and fight that giant? He said, well, let me tell you something. He said, boy, I keep my father's sheep. And when a bear come out or whatever animal come out, I fight that bear or that lion or whatever to get my father's sheep. And I defeat that animal. And the Lord let me be victorious, right? So he testifying. Which was it? I can't remember. It was either Daniel or the 3 Hebrew boys. And when he said, even if he don't, when he talked about God had always delivered them, it was the 3 Hebrew boys. Even if he don't. So that's all we have is our testimony. Them books ain't gonna save us. What they gonna do? Yeah. What they gonna do? Yeah. That's all I have. It's my testimony. Yep. And I'm choosing to be a vessel for you so you can see. So right now, me telling you all this good stuff, it's not to get myself no praise. I don't need no praise. I'm okay. I don't need you to pat me on the back. I don't. But what I need for you to do, and I want for you to do, is understand that God is moving in your life every single day. He's providing for you every single day. And you have access to him every single day. Every single day. And you don't need no special nothing. You know, he's right here. They said, with two or more gather here in the midst. We got what, 63, 64, make me. He in the midst. You hear me? So in your house right now, regardless of what you're facing, regardless of what you're dealing with, if he did it before, he'll do it again. Right? I've been in this place before. I've been in a place of brokenness before. It may not be exactly like this. I may be facing something new, but I've been in a similar situation where I was hopeless and helpless. You get it? But I wasn't. So God continue to take me through these situations to allow me to realize that regardless of what you may be facing externally, you're not helpless and you're not hopeless. So he used people like me to continue to pass hope on to you to let you know you're not helpless, meaning that you don't have help. You do have help. You do. And if he'll do something for me, if he'll provide this for me, same thing for you. Period. Yeah. It ain't got to be no doggone breakdown or no theology. I don't need it. You don't need no degree in what? That's man-made anyway. Okay. So when somebody tell you you need it, that's man-made. What happened before the books, y'all? Because if you believe God was here from the beginning of time, that means he was here before the books. Right? He was here before all that. What happened before the books? You get it? Let's see what's going on. Let me answer some questions. Oh, somebody answering somebody else's question. That's what I like. I enjoy you guys engaging with each other and um where y'all start going back and forth. But people this Tony said he talking to Jay. He said real land here in Southwest Georgia is fairly cheap compared to develop in town. Come down, figure out what part of Georgia, and start knowing folks. You may be surprised at who's willing to sell you a parcel or two. I love Southwest Georgia. I've raised my family here and built a business, never looking for more. No, yeah. So he asking him how much acres you looking for. Yeah, I'm in South Central, Southeast Georgia. That's where I'm at. I'm cool. Like I like the people here, and I'll be here until the Lord say it's time to move on to somewhere else, Yeah. But anyway, guys, as always, when I do these, my goal and hope is that I left you better than when I came. You get what I'm saying? I don't have no script. I ain't reading and I ain't in, right? So there's not no message other than just Holy Spirit inspired. I hope by the time I press end, because I got to press end on the screen, and I'm getting ready to do it. But by the time I press end on the stream and we stop being face to face, because we're face to face right now, that I left you better than when I came. That you might have been wrestling with something in your mind. You might have been dealing with some discouragement. You might be facing something that's greater than you, right? My hope and goal is that when I press end on this stream, that you feel a little bit better. That you're a little bit more clear about the path that you got to take, or you're a little bit more clear about what it is you need to do. You hear what I'm saying? That's always my goal. It's not about views. It's not about like, shares, comments, right? It's just my way to reach you in your house. You hear what I'm saying? And I have to continue to walk in the obedience. My breakthroughs and everything you see me coming through is tied to this obedience. That's why I say obedience is better than sacrifice. It's better to just be obedient. You know what I mean? And I'm just being obedient. So when the urge tell me to jump on live, I'm here. I gather to speak to you right now. So if you say, Larry, I needed this, that means that this was designed, this was curated for you. Like this was a message curated for you that I did not curate. All I did was cut a camera on, sit in front of a chair in my office space and just start talking. And then just allow this mouth to be used, this body, this impression to be used in hopes of helping you and guiding you. All right. So I thank you guys. Be blessed. Thank you for all y'all support. I thank you guys for loving us, supporting us. We got a lot going on. We just now getting our stuff back up and running. But let's end this on a good note, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great Sunday. Pray for me. I pray for you. All right. And continue to walk in that obedience. Remember, it's greater than sacrifice. Walk in obedience. If you're being called to do it, and ensure that God is getting the glory. Don't take the glory for yourself. Don't take the glory. Somebody say it's you. No, praise the Lord. When people say, no, I'm telling you, praise the Lord. Don't praise me. Say, thank you, God. All right. All right, man. It's Larry, man. Love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all. Y'all have a great week. Be blessed, man. I'm going to talk to y'all in a minute, man. Peace.